Hello, this is Kerri from RazorSharpCrafts.blogspot.com, also a hostess at minialbumscraps.ning.com. And I was recently asked by one of the swappers at minialbumscraps.ning.com how I made one of my journaling spots that I put in one of my junk journals, and she would like to use it in one of her mini albums. So I am making this little video tutorial for her. Jane, this one's for you, and whoever else wants to use it can. So let me get started. For this, you're going to need a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, whatever you use for scoring. I like my Martha Stewart scoreboard. A bone folder, scissors or a craft knife, and a ruler. I like my Timmy ruler. Nice and see-through. Makes it easier to see what you're doing sometimes. Alright, so to get started, you're going to take your 12 by 12 sheet of paper and lay it on your scoreboard or whatever you're using, and then you need to make two scores. And the first one's going to be at 4 inches, and the next one's going to be at 8 inches. So this gives you 3 areas that are 4 inches by 12 inches. Rotate your paper 90 degrees and then score it again at 4 inches and again at 8 inches. My paper tried to move on me. So now, I don't know how well you can see that. Looks like kind of good. Sorry about the video quality. I'm doing this with my webcam because once again I didn't feel like setting up my tripod and all that, and I'm trying to do this while the kiddos are napping. So anyways, you can see the score lines. This gives you 3, 6, 9 boxes that are 4 inches by 4 inches. So we're done with the scoreboard. Get that out of the way. Alright. Now, work with me here. It's been a long time since I made one of these. A few months at least, anyways. So, I'm kind of remembering how to do it at the same time I'm teaching how to do it, which is kind of interesting. So, I'm here in my first corner on this side, and I'm going to cut this score line, which is 4 inches from the bottom of the page. And I'm just lining my ruler up on it, and then taking my craft knife and just cutting right down the center of that score line. My cut's not perfect, but that's fine. Not a big deal, because I'm going to do some trimming anyway. Okay, so then rotate it 90 degrees so that you're working on, hold on, get it in frame here, so that you're working on, again, the bottom corner. I line my ruler up, and you can use scissors. If you're better with scissors, that's cool. You can use scissors to do these cuts, doesn't matter. Line it up and cut that score mark again. Rotate 90 degrees. See the pattern here? And then line my ruler up and cut it down through. And the last one, paper's flying everywhere. Line the ruler up and cut. Now, okay, I'm just going to flip mine over because I like when I fold to fold where on the bubble. I've seen different videos where they tell you that's the proper way to do it, is that the fold should fold in on the bubble. Doesn't really matter. I'm just weird like that. So you just fold over onto the other one, away from, I don't know really how to explain this, so just kind of folding it up, you know. And then fold, and then fold. So then you essentially have a T. So I'll show that again. I'll pop them all back out. So you just, where you've cut it, fold it where that fold mark is left. And the bone folder comes in here. You reinforce your folds. Helps hold them down. And just keep rotating and keep folding. Now, basically what you do is fold one in. Then, but let me do my trimming first. Alright, so what I mean by trimming is I usually cut about 1/4 of an inch. Alright, sorry the glare. I should have closed the window here. I usually cut right here on my cut 1/4 of an inch in, or not 1/4, 1/8 of an inch in. Just a small sliver. You don't even have to do 1/8 of an inch if you don't want to. Just a very small sliver. Another reason why I like my Timmy ruler for this. If you want to be precise, you can. And cut exactly 1/8 of an inch. Mine will mess up though, just because I'm doing it on camera. Yeah, see, mine's a little messy, but you get the point. I'm trying to do this quick too. So just rotate them all. And take a little sliver off. And get it out of the way there. Wow, yeah, see, that one jumped way out of there. Alright, see if I can hold it down this time. There we go. And the last one. And I'm just lining up the 1/8 inch mark line on this ruler. That's the one thing I like about this, is it's a clear ruler and it's 1.5 inches thick, and it's got marks every 1/8 of an inch. So it makes it's kind of good for crafters. Obviously, Tim Holtz made it so that you can be able to see what in and trim and all that good stuff. Anyways, I don't know what I'm saying here. So then, when you fold them all up in, now fold them in towards the center. It doesn't matter which order. And just fold them all in towards the center. Reinforce. And then it opens up. Now see, the 1/8 of an inch kind of does leave a good sized gap in there. If I can get it to look right. Yeah, definitely should have closed the blind on this window before starting. But see, it kind of leaves a good gap. You don't have to take that much off, just like a sliver. All it does is it makes it so that this fold right here can fold a little easier. It doesn't have a piece of paper right against it. My baby's up. He's laying there staring at me, so we're still good for a few minutes, maybe. So, another thing I like to do, just to make it look a lot cuter, is I take my Zetter, round it all, and I just hit every single corner. Mine's not going to look perfect because now I'm definitely going quick, because I know my little man's up and I don't want him to start crying. So, hit all the corners. This you don't have to do. If you don't have something to round your corners, or any corner chomper could probably be used. I just like the look of the round corners for this. So, hit all of my corners, and then you can fold it all up in. And I believe on the one she saw, I even rounded the base corners. So this one's a little rough to do. Well, no, it's not. I was going to say it's rough to do, but I just sharpened this recently, so. So there you go. And then I just use a fancy little paper clip. You just glue the back of it onto your page or wherever. And then I just use a fancy little paper clip. I make it where the first opens like that. And you take your paper clip and right like that. Or sometimes what I do is I only glue down 3 sides, so that way there's a little pocket behind it, and then the paper clip can do the clip onto the whole thing. So I'm sorry if I seemed really Space Cadet making this, and if I didn't quite cover everything, but I was just trying to do this really quick for Jane so she could use it up in her mini album that she's making. I was very honored that she wanted to know how I made something, because she's a very, very talented lady. So this is how it looks all opened up. And again, no rhyme or reason to the way you fold it, as long as those fold over. And then fold them all into one little square. So if you have any questions, please comment and I will answer them as soon as possible. And check out minialbumscraps.ning.com and my blog razorsharpcrafts.blogspot.com. Mini Album Scraps is free to join, free to swap, and we also have a store that sells all sorts of great stuff. So please check us out. Thank you and have a great day.